Hello and welcome. In this video I'm going to be unboxing something that's very exciting. So as some of you are probably aware by this point, I kind of have an avid interest in 360 cameras. So whether that is sort of for HDRI captures, for creating kind of spheres to create accurate reflections, whether that is 360 film or 360 still photography. And I already have access to a variety of 360 cameras. So my experience with 360 cameras up to this point has been largely in the consumer space. So this has been from the Ricoh Theta through to the Insta360 One R and the Insta360 One X. And these are all fantastic little, point and shoot cameras. The quality they produce is around 4K to 5.7K. And they all feature two lenses. But what I'll be unboxing in this video is a little bit different. It is actually bear in mind this is going to be quite heavy, so when I unbox this I will be unboxing it on a sofa just because of the space it requires. I'll be unboxing the Insta360 Pro 2 with Farsight, which is a bit of a special, more professional grade 360 camera. Okay, so I've had to reposition everything. I've had to use my sofa to unbox this. This box is pretty big, to be honest with you, a lot larger than I was expecting. So we will unbox this and kind of see what's inside, I suppose. I've already cut the box open because, as you can imagine, it's quite a large box. So I'll just sort of give you a sneak peek of what's inside from the top. So this includes the, oh come on, there you come. It's quite, to get rid of that bag first. So this is basically the kind of full kit. This is the sort of premium bundle. So we got the Farsight tracker. So this fits onto your phone or tablet. So you've got a transmitter and you've got a receiver. And this allows us to see what's being transmitted from the Pro 2 over a considerable distance, I believe. Does it say on the box the distance? No, it doesn't, but I do know it's a lot further than a typical Wi-Fi signal or kind of Bluetooth signal would be. So we'll have a look at that when we start playing about with it. We have a USB hub, which is just to plug in basically our many USB adapters. So this comes with USB adapters for the microSD cards, because this takes 6 microSD cards plus a standard SD card. So we'll see why and explain that again in the future. Here we have all of those said microSD cards, normal SD card it comes with, and all those little USB sticks. These again aren't, these are quite cheap, I suppose, really, but it's nice to have them. And we've actually got better SD cards, so we won't necessarily be using these ones. These ones we'll be using for the H3VR microphone that will actually be attaching to this when we use it in the field. And then finally, let's tip this upside down to get this bigger box out, because this is the actual product itself. Oh, come on. There we go. So that's this should be the camera in its case, basically. So actually, the nice thing about this sort of package is everything comes in its own little carry case crate kind of thing. And let me just sort of look around for my knife, because I haven't actually uncut this one. So again, I'm going to be very careful around the seams. Just sort of cut my way in. These are quite fragile devices, because again, with any 360 camera, the lenses are typically exposed. There is a lens cover, which is essentially like a piece of rubber that you kind of can put over the lenses when they're not being used. There you go. Come on, out you come. There we are. Whew. Ideally, I'd love to have a table to actually unbox things rather than sort of doing it like this. I used to use upstairs table, but that's currently been used as a sort of storage area. So, here we go. Let's move this cardboard box out of the way and plonk this down. So here we have the Insta360 Pro 2. Comes in this plastic case, has flow state stabilization, has about 6 lenses, and it can create 3D, 8K, 360 footage. Alright, so I'm hoping that you should be able, we can angle the camera down a little bit, which is, let's do that. And let's have a look at it. So 2 little clasps, undo those, lift this up. Oh, there we go. So we have our documentation, so this is our warranty, our quick start guide, etc. You would need a phone or tablet to be able to actually connect to it. We have our shoulder strap, so this would be our carry handle slash strap to carry the camera around. I think actually this is actually for the case, to be honest. We have our AC adapter, so this is a UK model, so hopefully it has a UK plug on it, alongside the cable for it. We have our Ethernet adapter, our 1 to 1/4 inch adapter for tripod mounts, and our Ethernet network adapter. So what you can do with this is actually you can plug this in via network to your laptop or computer or a network port, and you can actually remotely access it or remotely stream things from it using a network cable if you're in an area where signals might be a problem. We have our USB Type-C cable and our antennae. So it actually has 2 antennae on top of the camera itself, and then antennae for each of the far side adapters, so transmitter and receivers. And I believe one of the antennaes is for actually transmitting the image, and the other is for transmitting GPS coordinates if you're using Google Maps or that kind of functionality. Now, we have got some more accessories coming for this because we actually ordered some extra batteries and other kit. But in here we have a battery. Each of these batteries lasts around an hour. So again, it's quite power hungry. Just check there's nothing else there. Doesn't appear to be. So now let's carefully try and grab the camera, which is going to be quite tricky. Luckily, you've got this case, it's sort of sleeve on it to protect the lenses. It's always a little bit nervous first time you get out anything like this because you've got to work out how kind of fragile it is. Oh, that's quite a heavy thing. So here we have the Pro 2. So at the bottom we have 6 slots for micro SD cards. So each lens basically is recording onto its own SD card, and then it stitches them together onto a main SD card. Has an AC power in, so you can actually keep this powered without using the internal battery. A LAN cable, so you can plug it into a computer, and an Ethernet. USB Type-C, and a microphone input, which is going to be quite hard to see, but just there we can plug in an external microphone. At the top we have a screw mount, so you can attach a microphone or another accessory on top. Here are 2 little antenna adapters which have got lens caps on at the moment. So let's carefully remove this sleeve. There we go. So you should see we now have 3 lenses basically on each side. It does it in a coordination of 2 per kind of area. So each of these lenses are kind of capturing about 4K worth of detail, and then it stitches it together in the actual software itself. At the side here is our battery compartment. Our controls, so we can adjust settings, go for the menus, turn it on or off, reorientate. Because this can be mounted upside down or in any number of positions. Just trying to work out where the standard SD card goes. So the battery slot also is where our battery slot is also where our standard SD card goes, which is where our final stitched kind of footage goes. And yeah, it's got some weight to it. We will, once we can kind of get some play with this and we kind of get familiar with it a bit more, we will do some kind of guides and videos on it, hopefully. But we have a USB port up there again at the top, and at the top here we also have another microphone in. So in case you can't reach at the bottom, you can actually do it most of the access from the top as well. But yeah, the Pro 2, we have been kind of after one of these for a while, because nothing wrong, nothing to sort of badmouth the kind of consumer grade 360 cameras, because they have moved on a huge leaps and bounds. It's more for kind of certain situations where you need to capture more detail. The higher the quality the 360 camera is, the more it kind of loses it once it's stitched together. So ideally you want 8K to achieve a kind of 4K resolution. If you've got a 4K one, it typically gets around 2K. So you're losing almost half, depending on the number of lenses, of what the actual advertised resolution is quite often. There's a little bit of dust on the cover here, but that's from manufacturing. So yeah, Pro 2, we will have a look at this in action in the near future. But I just thought I'd share with you kind of my first unboxing impressions and just sort of show you what comes in the kit. And again, this is not mine. This is a piece of kit that I'm very fortunate to be able to have access to and play about with and sort of show you. And again, all the links and descriptions will be, well, all the links for all this will be in the description, alongside affiliate links if you wish to buy this or any other cameras, alongside more details and future videos where we'll be actually going through tutorials on how to work with this camera, edit the footage, because this will require a lot more higher processing than the typical consumer grade cameras, so it will be interesting. So remember to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.